Okay, right, we're going to do a little tutorial here on the Ion for the New Street Theatre. Here we have it here. It's a little bit different from the old desk. We run from dimmers, so we're not going to do anything that's based on moving lights or LEDs at this point. So this is basically, we're going to show you how to patch it, which is necessary. Every time you turn the desk on, you must patch it when you're starting any show. We're going to show you how to create a recorded cue, and we're also going to show you how to create a submaster, all of which have been explained on the old desk, so it should become a bit more relevant on this desk. So Victoria is my lovely assistant. She is going to just take you through the patching, which is basically us sending each channel to an address.
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is you need to patch the board. So it may appear down here. If it doesn't, you have a little plus symbol and you find patch, which is this one here, and click that and you come up with a screen like this. So what we need to do is, there's 48 channels in here. So what you start is you put 1 through 48 at, which goes to address 1, which means it will put channels 1 through 48 starting at address 1. And you just hit enter, and now it shows them all the way down here.
So that's every single channel patched. That's the kind of quick way to patch them all, which means you can then move on to recording and creating your show.
So, let's record a submaster.
Yes.
So, there's a few ways of doing it. Leon's preferred way of doing it is, what you can do is, let's say I want to create a general wash. So I'd bring up the front bar, which is 1 through, oh, yeah, which is 2 through channel 5. So what you do is, you simply put up the channels you want to the intensity you want, and then you go here, and then you record, and you put sub 1. Should I show them how to label it?
Yep.
Then you click this label or note, click that, and just type in what you want. So I'll type in front.
Everything that you're doing will also come up on the screen in front. So you can...
We have a keyboard. This is a touch screen, but we haven't calibrated it yet.
No.
We'll get that done. And then you just hit enter.
Okay, so let's just talk you back through that. So to create the sub, you choose in your lighting state. So for example, you've got your 4 lights here. You might have more, you might have less. You'll have a look. Your director will then say, yep, I like the look of that. And then you want to maybe record that as a sub. The reason you're creating a sub is because it might be a lighting state that's used more than once.
So for example, now all I need to do is just bring up sub 1 rather than bring up 4 different channels.
Correct. So we'll just go over the recording of that sub again. So
okay, the one thing you do need to do is you need to click this button here, which is fader control.
Hold it in.
And the bottom button, which is switch to playback faders. And then you'll see this is all blank. If I push these 2 buttons here, it will come up with sub 1, which is front bar.
Just try and get a better view of that. There we go. So you can't really see it too clearly, but it's been named front bar.
Front bar.
Because we labelled it here on the screen, and we'll just talk through the way we did that again. Okay?
So go back, so fader control, back to here. Make sure everything's down, because otherwise you'll record it into this. So you press clear to clear everything. So let's try house lights this time. So that's 1, and that's it. They've been joined. So that's simply it. So let's record that. So that would be sub 2. So you type record sub 2, and we'll label it again. So I'll label it as house lights, and then enter. You click fader control, switch to playback faders, and then you type, I didn't bring that out, that one, and then that says house lights.
Okay. So that's us got our 2 subs created. First one is called front bar. The second one is called house lights, although it's probably a bit unusual just to create a sub for 1 light, but let's pretend that never happened.
Pretend that never happened, didn't realize they've been joined.
Yeah.
Voila.
Okay.
Make sure you bring the channels down. I didn't, so it just left them on. So just make sure you bring that down before you switch to fader.
So we'll do one more sub to create. Let's just book a random state so that we've got a random length. Yeah, that's lovely.
That's beautiful.
So
So this is a beautiful lighting state. Let's say what it's got green in it, so it's a swamp. So this is what the swamp looks like.
it's a swamp.
Why did I come up with a swamp? Right, so this would be sub 3. So record sub 3, and we'll label it, as I said, swamp. And enter.
Enter.
So you bring them all down.
Yep.
Fader control again.
And bottom right.
And then the 2 buttons.
2 together. Now that should have created that.
Swamp.
So you should now have your 3 lighting states. Front, house light and swamp. Lovely jubbly. So
Okay.
that would be the process. You would continue to create as many
As you needed.
as you needed. The desk is it's powerful enough that you can do quite a lot of subs.
Quite insane amount of
Yep. My preference is that you create a sub in the bottom line. I don't know why it's my preference, but it just is.
It is irrelevant where you choose, you just push the button on whatever level you want. So it's really entirely up to you.
So you now have your subs created, so we have 3 subs created. Now, the first cue that we're going to record to begin recording your show is probably house lights. So we're now going to use one of our subs, and you can see that's usable because the 3 lights are green. So that is the house lights are up just now. I'll just show you. Ooh.
Beautiful,
Lovely.
lovely colours.
So the house lights are up. So we're now going to use that sub to create a recorded cue. So we're just going to record that cue as cue number 1, and we'll go to record.
Yeah. Depending on what intensity you want, again, let's say you only wanted it at 55%, you can use
choose.
this. You don't have to control it with this. So you just click record cue 1. You can label this cue again, or you can not, and you just hit. You have 1 cue already recorded.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Record
So then-
cue 1, enter.
Bring that down. So there you go.
So let's say we want to record the second cue, which could be the swamp on the sub. So we bring the swamp up,
So bring,
which is Submaster 3,
hold on, you can get it stop. There we go. So
just to show you what
yeah, so you want swamp. So you bring that up again.
Victoria just hit stop and
Stop
back
because
there.
the house lights were up, and if the house lights are up when you record the cue, it might record them in it. So just if you're ever wondering, just hit stop or back. And it
Yeah,
will
once you've
finish.
recorded that cue, stop and back, so then kind of clears the way for you to start recording the next cue.
Exactly. So we've brought up the swamp. It's now lovely and green. So I would name this as Q2. So record Q2 and voila. So we bring that down. Press stop.
Back.
Back. And then we're now back to Q1. So,
Okay, so we've now recorded 2 cues.
Q2.
And that would be the process. We would therefore
keep
keep
going
it on.
through.
You record Q3, record Q4, enter, stop back, enter, stop back every time.
Blah, blah, blah.
We will then show you up times and down times.
Downtimes, yeah.
Perhaps your director might say to you, I want that to snap to black.
So, well, if you wanted to change the times, you simply click. Is it record Q1 or is it Q1? I think it's Q1. I find the time button, which is now escaped me. Time. If you wanted to snap, you merely click 0.
0,
And
yeah.
it'll make it 0. So there you go. That's going straight to 0. And then that's the up time. So let's say I wanted the up time to be 5 seconds. So you do that. You click enter. That's correct.
Yep.
Why did it not do that?
And the downtime should come,
Next, which it didn't do.
yeah, it should do that by
Default.
default, yep.
How did I do that last time?
So let's go back to Q1.
Okay.
So Q1,
It's coming up over 5 seconds.
so
Voila.
ta-da.
And then downtime has escaped. It should have come up. Q. Wait. One time. I remember. So you want number 5 and then.
In-
God damn it. I've forgotten, it should have just come up. Oh, there we go. Like that.
It's automatic, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you have to push
Slash,
this slash button. Sorry, last time it came automatically. What you have to do is, so I'll go back. So you want the uptime. Let's say you want it 5 seconds, and then downtime. You find the little dash. That's not a dash. Forward slash. Forward slash button, and you click 0.
If you look up here, you'll see that it shows you your
Uptime and
uptime
downtime.
here and your
downtime.
downtime.
So we click enter. So now you see it says in up is 5 and in down is 0. So that should show that. So we click clear, we click stop. So this should now come up over 5 seconds. It shows you here how long until your queue's up. So it keeps going down, down, down. And then I should hit go again. And it immediately went down.
You can actually create your you can go in and default the times to
You can default all
2,
the time to 2, 3.
and that means if it's a snappier show and the kind of the recurring uptime and downtime seems to be 2, we can just default everything to 2, and have the odd queue here or there that comes up slower. That's probably the best setting, I would say. So we can default that as well. We can show that, can't we? To default the.
We could, if I could remember, because I haven't actually had to do it since I learned how to do it. You don't go straight to time. Nope.
It's,
Set up, that's
go
it.
back into the main menu. Wait, I'll just show them. So set up,
Set up.
down into the, see it there, above clear.
Oh.
Yep. So
Yes,
set up
idiot.
and show settings and queue settings, and there we
intensity
have.
up and intensity down, so I can put that just to
So we can put that to 2, which creates your
Enter.
default time, which means every queue that you record will become uptime 2, downtime 2.
and then we'll make that, let's say it's really snappy, we'll make all of those 0.
Yeah.
Just naturally.
It's a snappy show.
So, really quick show.
So that's us. And if we just showed the guys how to get back into the main board, once we've changed something in settings,
Just click
we go back into live channel,
live channel.
which takes you back into the place where we can operate.
Yeah, blind and live just mean live, everyone will see what you're doing. Blind, no one will see what you're doing. But you have to trust
Which
that
is
you're doing it
both
correctly.
on here.
Yeah, it's blind and live, which are up here. So if you're programming anything and for some reason it's not showing up, check here because it might just be in blind, which means it won't show you what you're doing, but you can see it on the board.
Okay, so that's hopefully helpful. That's the basics, enough for us in here to run the show. Can do much more wonderful things with it, including moving lights, LEDs, lots of great things. So,
Yes.
but this is the first step for us.
Yeah. What is, should we show them the essential thing of saving?
Saving, yes.
The essential thing of saving. So all you have to do is file.
Right.
Yeah, no, but we haven't named
No,
it yet.
again, shift update and we'll name it straight away.
Fair enough. Okay. Which Dal's just told me. The simple way to save it is you click Shift and Update, and if
And
it's
then
just brand new
it
show,
will
you
jump
haven't
to-
named it yet. So let's name it.
You can do it the other way, which is probably a bit a bit more complicated, going in through the board. But
If I could spell time, apparently. There we go.
camera
Time. Because
that's what it is.
that's what it is, and you just push Enter, and it says success, and it just
Yay.
says camera time. If it was to record something else, it would come with an asterisk next to it. That means what you've done has not been saved. So you just click Shift, Update. That's it.
Shift and update all the
Is
while.
save.
Every time that you're recording cues, every wee while, shift and update, shift and update. It's kind of like file and save if you're on the computer. So we'll do what they do on YouTube, which is thank you for listening to our tutorial.
Yeah.
Thanks.